Kathy. How are you?
Great, Kim. How are you doing? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. I'm doing awesome. First of all, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you taking out the time to talk to me about real estate and mortgages and the state of the mortgage industry. We've known each other for a long time, so I'm happy to finally have gotten you on. So my listeners and my followers can get to know you better and see how you can assist them. So tell everyone about yourself.
So I have been in business in mortgage industry for 40 years.
Wow.
I know. I keep changing the day I started. Like, can I say that I was 5 when I started? And here, as your partner since the day you walked in the door, so almost 11 years ago. And, just love what I do. I feel like 40 years ago, I was very blessed to come out of the karate industry, which is my past life, into an industry that I'm able to get people in their homes. It's just really, really an amazing opportunity.
Awesome. So people that follow me know that I always give a post called the Shelter 6. Tell everyone about Shelter Mortgage, and you guys are very good about providing great information about the industry, the ever-changing real estate industry and mortgages. So tell everyone about Shelter and what makes it so special.
So Shelter, our company name, is affiliated with a base company that's been in Atlanta for 31 years. The staff are all the same. Underwriters, 25 years in the business, 30 years in the business, all local. But we had the opportunity to join in a relationship not only with Keller Williams as alliance partners, but with New Riz Financial, which is one of the top 3 servicers in the nation. So they're part owners of our company. At that point, changed our name. We're about to have another name change. We've got an opportunity starting in the next 2 weeks. I'll be the president of Onward Mortgage.
Awesome.
But it's still
Congratulations.
thank you. But it's still a division of Shelter. So still local underwriting, local appraisers, local processing. I'm local. I'm born and raised in Atlanta, originally from Riverdale, lived all around 285. Now, in the northern sector, a little bit above 285. But just all local, hands-on, but with a national servicing platform. So what that gives us is FHA, VA, conventional, jumbo, stated income, Chenoa, rehab. I mean, if you name it, we can do it. If we can't do it because of my 40 years in relationships, I know who can. I don't do a few loans. Like, I don't do a construction firm, but I've got a local person that does it. That's an excellent person that I've known for over 20 years. I don't do Georgia Dream any longer personally, but I know it. I can discuss it and connect them with an excellent person in that. We do Chenoa. We do all of the other down payment, the Atlanta Housing Authority, I'm trying to think of anything else. If I don't do it, like if it's a niche product, I'm going to know who does it. And you and I, as their realtor partner, will get them connected to a professional that does. But I want to talk to anyone, make sure I know what their possibilities are, what they need to look at, and then determine if I can do it or if it needs to be someone else that needs to do that for them.
That's awesome. So tell everyone about Chenoa, because a lot of people aren't familiar with that. Can you share a little information on that program?
I can. Chenoa is the product that allows for a second mortgage behind an FHA loan. So if someone has at least a 620 score, they're accustomed to paying rent and have for over a year. It can't be someone that's live rent free. So if someone's living at parents and they pay them rent and we validate it for 12 months, that's fine. It doesn't have to be an apartment or a real house or a real, lease. They can actually get in a home with no down payment and 3%, almost 3% of their closing costs prepaid and escrows paid. So it truly could possibly be structured with $1,000 or less to get into a home. What I'm seeing, there's so many people that are paying $1,500 a month or above in rent. Mm-hmm. I've seen people 1-bedroom apartments up in our area paying $1,800 a month, which is just crazy. What we do is look at it and say, okay, you've got the income, you've got the stable credit, you're paying the rent, but to be able to do that and save money, that's the hard part. Let's look at this. Let's look at getting you out of that rent that's going to keep going up. It's not yours. You can't paint the walls. You can't put many nail holes in it. You can't, have the fence in the backyard, whatever. But with this program, you can finally get that home. That rate is fixed. Now, our rate's a little bit higher now, yes, and even on this product. But the whole structure is, if we can find the dream home, you're going to keep that, and eventually we're going to get rid of the rate and get you a lower payment down the road versus higher.
Is there a minimum year to have to stay in the Chenoa before you can refinance out to something with a better rate?
No. And the thing is, though, you've got a first and a second mortgage. Both of those have to be bought out. Both of those have to be taken care of. So looking at that, we will look at what is the blended rate? What does that look like? What rate does it make sense with some costs involved to do this on a refinance? So what rate are we looking for? And how long do you have to keep the home after that refinance to make that financially worth it? So we're helping you with the purchase, but we're also setting a plan up of when it's going to be ready, that we're going to help you with that refinance. And a lot of people, like, they're getting into this and maybe 2 or 3 years down the road, they want to keep this as a rental property, go into that next home. So we have those discussions too.
Awesome. So what are you seeing in the market?
We're seeing a lot of people still wanting to buy, even at these rates. They're going through the consultation process to say, what's going to be my cash close, what's my payment. But then the housing is still a little bit of a challenge of finding that home, depending on where and what they're looking for in price range. If you're in the upper price range right now, it's a bidding war. These homes, you're probably going to have to pay a little bit more than what that listing price is. You're going to have to listen to your professional, to Kim, your agent, to say, listen, these are the comparables. This is doing a CMA, doing evaluation. This is the market. In a normal market, buyer's market, you might pay $290 for this house, but in the seller's market, you're going to pay $295 or $300. And in taking that in consideration, you do that now, looking at the appreciation of the house down the road in the area. If you pay $5,000 or $10,000 more, then we do an analysis of, well, how long it's going to take for you to recoup that equity? Usually 2 to 3 years. Most people live in the house 5 to 7 or more, or keep the house. So there is a recovery period, especially in most areas, and that's what we look at.
Okay, awesome. How are buyers that you're interacting with responding? Are they more interested in the rate or the monthly payments?
Monthly payment, that's it. If you find the home, we say you're going to marry that home. That's going to be your dream home, and we're going to divorce that rate someday, though. So getting a comfortable payment now to say, look, if I have to have this rate for a couple of years, 2 or 3 years, I'm good with this payment, is the key. I'm good with the cash to close. I'm good with the payment. We do that consultation up front so that you, Kim, as the realtor, know what to show them on the right price range. The worst thing a buyer does is go look before they're pre-approved, find this $400,000 house that they love. We go to give them the numbers and the offer, and they're like, well, I don't want that payment. And then we look at it. They should have never looked over $350 for what they're comfortable with. So I may be able to approve them for the $400, and in structuring it, though, they're like, no, I don't want that payment. So we need to do that consultation up front before they look at that home, area, value, anything, so that they truly feel comfortable with, I really don't want to go, even though I could, I don't want to go over it. Or the other scenario is they don't get pre-approved up front. They go to that $400,000 loan. They can't qualify. They couldn't buy it if they wanted it. Sometimes it's the opposite, that they're very comfortable with the payment. But when we look at it with their debt load, with their income, net income and gross income, they shouldn't be comfortable with it long term. It might be a problem.
Right. So is that part of your consultation? When you have a conversation with them, you kind of discuss what their needs are, where they want to be price point wise, where they want to be monthly payment wise?
Yeah, 100%. One of the things that I see in the industry, unfortunately, are loan officers just do a really quick overview and they don't go deep enough up front to say, look, if the rates stay the same, this is the payment, this is your investment financially, cash to close. Before you even do the application, how does that feel? And some people say, oh no, I'm not ready. And then we discuss why. During the consultation, we do a full worksheet. You know the closing costs, you know the cash to close, you know what prepaids are, you know what the payment, how it could break down. And after that, they go look for homes. Kim lets me know that an offer is possibly going to go in on a house. We do a full updated worksheet exactly on that offer. So before the offer goes in, we have a full consultation. If the seller accepts your offer, this will be your cash invested, this will be your payment. Are you good with that? And then the offer goes in.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Especially with the market right now. It's just so, I don't want to call it volatile, but it's interesting.
It is. We have we're in an amazing market. Mm-hmm. We are. It's still a great opportunity, especially compared to what rent's happening right now. Mm-hmm. It really, truly is. And the industry is coming out like Chenoa with products to try to help the first-time home buyer. We also have a rehab product that's going to be pretty popular. A first-time home buyer can put down as little as 3%. And let's say you find them that home that was built in the 70s or 80s and nobody did anything to the bathrooms or the kitchens or the floors or anything. Mm-hmm. We can finance in the rehab portion, so they can put as little as 3% down. And let's say it's a $300,000 home, we could finance back in $30,000 to get, maybe the kitchen, the bathrooms, the flooring, the walls painted. So find that great lot, great subdivision, good bones house that's just ugly. Mm-hmm. And we get it financed in and fixed it.
And is that similar to a 203K or is it a 203K?
No, 203K is FHA. It's a much more expensive product, a harder, longer process to go through, but it is a good product because it's FHA at 3.5% down. This is Freddie Mac's 3% down or more program. You can put more down. It's truly a mini rehab. So the buyer has to go through either Home Depot or Lowe's Contractors Only. It can't be an independent contractor. Mm-hmm. And they're like the contractor in the box. So they come out there, they do their bids. It's a quick process. As a listing agent, you could actually even get that done before buyers come in for that ugly house and get the bids and say, hey, you could buy this house and get all this done. Kind of have a vision board for them. But it's a much easier process, but it is limited to basics. We can't have structural, we can't have mold. There's things that can't be done in the product. And I'll get a full list for you. So if anyone inquires, we can send it out to them. We're working on flyers now. Potentially a great product for just that older, ugly house.
Oh, that's awesome. Is there a max price point for that?
It's conventional loan amount total.
Okay.
So I would say if they're going to do the rehab portion, then we really shouldn't go over a $625 price range.
Mm-hmm. Okay. To leave them enough room to be able to do the rehab.
Leave them enough room for that rehab above it. 60,000 or more above it. Yeah.
That is awesome. Any other products you want to share with us that are unique to shelter?
Yeah, we do them all. The VA, if it's a self-employed person that is very creative on their tax returns, we do a bank statement loan for them. The tax returns don't have to be shown or filed. We do asset loans. So if someone doesn't have income that they're pulling from, but they have a large asset, they don't want to pull from them yet, we can look at that. We can show them how to pull from them. If it's, again, 40 years in it, most of them I'm going to do. If not, I'm going to know about it. I'm going to have experience and help talk it through. But those, I guess the Chenoa and the 3% net rehab are kind of the newest things that have come out that are probably going to help the first-time home buyers the most.
Awesome. All right. Well, how can people find you?
They can call you. Go through Kim first. Go through Kim first. She can do a joint text and introduce us. But I always think that's the best. Start with Kim. You know, then she'll get the information, and if it makes sure it makes fit for me, because she does have other lenders, if it makes sense, she'll do a joint text and introduce us, and then we'll connect from there. And I will talk to anyone, even if you feel like it's a year out that you're going to buy a home, it's okay. We'll get you a plan started. I do credit repair. You know, I've got a lot of experience in that, so we talk through that. We can talk through self-employment versus W-2. We can have pre-consultations that don't pull credit. They don't cost anything, but it just could get somebody ready. Kim and I could, you know, you and I could do a plan for them.
That's awesome. And I think that's important too in real estate, is to have a great, solid team. So definitely appreciate you being a part of mine, and look forward to the next deal that we do together.
So everybody out there, she's amazing. She cares so much. No, she cares so much. It's not only the professional side of it, but you got someone on here that's going to be on your side when it comes to this process. And another person that'll be in there too. We're in your corner.
Another kick-ass person.
That's right. That's right. Kick ass and repeat. That's my motto.
All right. Thanks, Kathy.
Thank you.
2023, I'll be talking to lenders, some of my vendor partners, just to give you a better idea of how the process works. So buying a home, selling a home. I think education is very important at this time, to keep buyers and sellers informed about what's happening in the market. So look out for those videos. Thanks.